were from their own community. You know, that's a great time to take out a grudge on a shopkeeper that's fouled you. Yeah. Hey, they're rioting. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to bust out all his dadgum windows for what he did to me. You don't think that kind of thing happens? You don't think that kind of thing goes on? Man, please. Every day. Every day. It's human nature. And see, I completely stand with the people that are protesting because they see a pattern of white police officers discriminating against black assailants, black people in general, treating them differently than they would a white assailant, a white person. So I get it. But I have a problem with your slogan. Hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. I understand the symbolism. I understand what you're trying to say, but that didn't happen. Michael Brown didn't throw his hands up and say, don't shoot. I mean, I guess I'm what some would consider naive, but I don't think so. I have a little more faith in the integrity of police officers and the integrity of investigators, especially, because what do they have to lose? They have so much to lose if they, purposely foul up an investigation. So for the most part, I trust that they're getting the right information. And I know there were people that said, yeah, he just stopped and threw his hands up and said, don't shoot, and the officer just started open fire on him. One person said the officer stood over top of him and bam, 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 fired down into him. Really? Really? Okay. Nobody took that serious. So a couple people said that he did that. But people also changed their story that said that he did that. You know why? Because they heard somebody else say that that's what he did. So they said, well, yeah, I saw it. That's what he did. But that's not true. They didn't see anything. They heard somebody else say, oh, he put his hands up and said, don't shoot. The officer just opened fired on him. I don't believe that for a second. I don't believe an officer would do that. In the middle of a street in broad daylight. A kid throws his hands up and says, don't shoot, and the officer shoots him anyway. Am I the only one that sees the absurdity of this? Man, please. That didn't happen. So it takes away value of your protest when you use that as your slogan. Hands up, don't shoot. Because that's not what happened. There's another thing, too, that I don't know what to think about. I wonder if other people are thinking about it. You know, the thing is, I know that people were and are upset with the process, taking it to the grand jury. But that's a standard process. They do that every week. They take evidence, present it to a grand jury in pursuit or to find out if there's enough probable cause to pursue further action, to indict them. And that's what they did. And the grand jury, who was picked months ago, these aren't people that were just picked. These are people that had been picked months ago and were just standing by for this type of thing. They were presented the evidence. And I mean, the process is not perfect. Everybody knows that. Look at O.J. Simpson. I want to talk about that more on, too. But the process is not perfect. But I think it's close enough. Maybe, I don't know if it's close enough, but it is what it is. And, I don't think they got it wrong this time. Officer Wilson, Darren Wilson, said that Michael Brown, who's a big guy, I know Darren Wilson was a big guy too, but Michael Brown was a big, imposing young man, 18 years old. He probably wasn't done growing either. And 18-year-olds have a lot of testosterone flowing through that body. And, testosterone and girth sometimes is not a good combination. You get a great big kid with a lot of testosterone, he's going to feel like Superman. And he's going to think he's invincible and bulletproof. It can leap tall buildings in a single bound. That's what testosterone does. I remember. I don't have any anymore, but I remember what it used to do. So, they get in the scuffle. Evidence shows that the way Officer Wilson described it is what took place. He got shot close range in the hand. And then took off running and then turned around. And Officer Wilson said that he had a look on his face that like he just wanted to rip that policeman's head off and started coming at him. And, I was thinking about it. Why would a kid run toward a guy pointing a gun at him? He's already been shot once, so he's what? He's in shock, right? So being in shock, you don't always make wise decisions. You don't always even realize what decisions you're making when you're in shock. I think the kid was in shock. Turned around, this MF shot me and started running at him and actually felt like a superhero. And got shot a couple more times and realized that it wasn't taking him down. So he kept coming. And so, it's so hard to put yourself in the police officer's shoes. You got this big kid coming at you with foul intentions. He's got bad intentions. You've already shot him 3-4 times, whatever it is. What do you do? What do you think? What do you feel? Has anybody really thought about that? Michael Brown's mother said that she felt like Darren Wilson got up that day with the intention of killing somebody. She said, I don't think he intended on killing my son, but I believe that he intended on killing somebody. Those were her actual words on CBS this morning. I saw the interview. I was blown away. And that to me tells me that, you can't reason with somebody who thinks that. I mean, really? Do you really believe that this police officer woke up, took a shower, ate a bagel, and sat at this kitchen table drinking his coffee with 2 Splendas and some half and half, thinking, today's the day. I am killing me somebody today. I've been waiting for this. Man, please. Golly. And her boyfriend, her fiancé, whatever he is, you saw that. That's instilling a riot. Well, remember what he was saying? Burn this bitch down. Well, that's what they did. They burned it down. I think he's under investigation now, too, because that's a criminal act. I don't care. I mean, I understand pain. I understand frustration, but you don't resort to burning this bitch down. You know, you can't do that. This is a society, you know. It's crazy stuff. And so, you know, I listened to their lawyer too, and you know, I don't understand some of the things that he says. It doesn't make sense. I think perhaps they're just trying to bring attention to an important cause, a cause that we're going to talk about when we come back. But the way they're doing it is not the right way. I don't think so. That's my opinion. I welcome your opinion. 336-763-5482. Give us a call. You're listening to the Man Please Show. We'll be right back.
Miracle Whip is sorta kinda, not really, like mayo, but multiplied by awesomeness. You see, we've got this bold, tangy flavor that is unlike anything you've ever tasted. 1 out of 4 people in this country loves the creamy, sweet, and tangy taste of Miracle Whip. Sadly, 2 out of the other 4 hate them for it, and 1 out of those 2 haven't even tried it. Well, we think 1 out of 2 of the original 4 is being pretty unfair. Let's declare an end to this injustice, this unfair treatment against a simple sandwich spread. Miracle Whip, sorta kinda, not really, like mayo.
For all you jokers out there listening to the Man Please Show, I'm gonna use all my superpowers on you. Oh wait, I don't have superpowers. Never mind.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Man Please Show. I'm your host, Trog. It's 3:44 in the p.m. on Wednesday. Normally we do Willoughby Wednesdays, and we're gonna be doing those again. I really enjoy those. That's when I play an episode of The Twilight Zone, and then we deconstruct it, make fun and laugh and have lots of fun. We're gonna have lots of fun. Okay. So let's get back to business here. So finish this up. Well, What I was saying about, I was listening to Michael Brown. I mean,